Welcome to Politics NY with Skye Behind the Curtain, where we talk to political and government insiders about what's really going on in the city. We break down different issues. So we just heard the results from the 2020 census, and I have with me the queen of the census. She was the executive director of the census for the city, Julie Menin, and she's going to explain to us, what does it mean, Julie, that we gained so many people? Where are they going to live? And what do these results mean for our great city?
Well, thanks for having me, Skye. First of all, the results on the census are remarkable. We came out #1 across the country in terms of New York City, 629,000 additional residents in our great city. And what this means is we're going to get more funding for our schools, for affordable housing, for Head Start programs, for healthcare, for over 300 programs that New Yorkers rely on.
And then where are these people going to live? Is that a concern?
It absolutely is a concern, and that's why we need to build more affordable housing. But the good news in the census numbers is that because we did so well on the census and beat every other city across the country, we are going to get more money for affordable housing. And so that is going to be a top priority for the city.
Now, I know we lost a congressional seat, but that's still considered a win because historically we've lost multiple congressional seats. So how will that play out?
We did lose one seat. It's actually, though, the best result the city has had since World War II. Every decade since World War II, we've lost a minimum of 2 seats. This time we only lost one, and we came within 89 people of almost losing 0 seats. So you never want to lose a congressional seat, but it's the best we've ever done since World War II in terms of congressional seats. And how it will play out, the numbers in terms of the loss were upstate. They weren't in the city of New York. So in terms of redistricting, there's an independent redistricting commission. They're meeting right now. The first draft on the initial lines is expected at the end of the month, and the loss in terms of the seat is certainly expected upstate, but all the lines will shift proportionally.
So that independent committee that you mentioned, how does that work?
So basically, it's the first time that it's been an independent committee. They've been holding hearings all over the state, and then the lines go to the state legislature for review, and then they review them and make any modifications. And so we will know very soon what these initial lines will look like.
And then that'll play out in the next election.
Correct, exactly. So those will then be the new lines, and I know everyone is waiting with anticipation to see what the commission comes out with. But there certainly will be a loss upstate. The city's numbers were so strong, and it's just incredibly great news for the city of New York that we did so well on the census that we're going to receive the lion's share of funding. This is basically $1.5 trillion of funding we're getting our proportional share of.
That's fantastic. And I know, Julie, you are the Democratic nominee for the 5th council seat on the Upper East Side. So we look forward to big things from you there, should you win and be in the city council.
Thank you so much, Skye. I really appreciate that. I'm very focused on the general election. We have a couple months to go, and it's incredibly exciting. And I was thrilled to win the Democratic primary.
So thank you, Julie Menin, Executive Director of the Census for New York City, what it means. And thank you for joining us on Behind the Curtain on Politics NY with Skye.